go ahead and wrap up the show here with game picks. It is week 13. I think I mentioned it earlier, but if I didn't, let me do it now. We are tied. 108 and 72. And I did some math. I crunched some numbers here. So before we get to picks, the whole goal for me, anyway, was to get to 60% on the season.
Okay.
We are currently sitting at year to date 108 and 72. Both of us, both at 60%. Exactly. 3-5 right now. To get to where we want to be at the end of the year, we need to get to 164 wins. So 164 correct picks.
Okay.
We're 56 away from that with 6 weeks left on the season. There's 92 games left. There's 92 games left on the 272 game schedule.
Okay.
So 6 weeks to get 56 wins. Hit that 164 mark to get to that 60%.
Okay.
We have not been on pace for that the last few weeks. We have been rapidly declining.
Okay.
We went from a couple of back-to-back 10-4, 11-5, 11-5 weeks to 7-8. I had a 5-9 week mixed in all of
I
that.
had one of those. Didn't I like a 4?
I think the worst you had was like a 6-8 type week or something like that. Yeah, it was. We have not been on it recently. So right now we're on pace. Right now we're at that 60% mark. We have to hold that 60% mark to get where we want to be.
Okay.
We can absolutely smash past that if we get back to where we were at the beginning of the year.
To make this right this week.
I mean, I had a 13-3 week at like week 3 or something like that.
Still waiting on my coveted, 12, 13-1 type of thing. Just missed one game.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is where we stand right now. It all tied up. All is we're right on schedule. Tied up. We've been lockstep so far. 108.
Tied, huh?
Yeah.
This not including that
Oh my
Kansas
God,
City Green Bay game with the COVID. Yeah. Okay.
So to start out, we have Dallas taking on New Orleans on Thursday. Dallas is a -4.5 favorite on the road. I don't know.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm taking Dallas.
Same here. So that wasn't really too much of a fuss to make there.
Go.
Dallas, New Orleans. I'm taking Dallas. New Orleans is you just lost to.
I think I'm comfortable now picking against New
Okay.
Orleans at this point. I'm like, I'm good.
I've not been sold on New Orleans for quite some time.
I wasn't sure, but when Jameis Winston went down, that was making it really easy for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to Sunday. By the way, teams on bye are Cleveland, Green Bay, Tennessee, and Carolina. So
That's Carolina. Okay.
So there are some.
You said Tennessee?
Yeah, Tennessee's on the bye.
I said Houston. Okay, I had it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, Tennessee.
So all teams much needed buys get it this week. So they will enjoy the break. Arizona is going to take on Chicago to start things out. Arizona is going to come into Soldier Field a -7.5 point favorite. Who are you picking?
Well, my stats say I should be taking Chicago. But you know what? No way I just can't in good conscience pick Chicago over Arizona. I get it.
No, I can pick Chicago over Arizona. I cannot pick Matt Nagy over Arizona.
Over Arizona.
So I will also be taking Arizona in this game, even going against what I said I would do the week before, and make sure that I take the other team. But I have no faith in the other team this week, even though they got a win. They got a very much needed win last week. But man, at 4-7 going against this juggernaut 9-2 team, I will be elated to watch Chicago win this game if they do. If your stat holds, Chicago comes in and plays a game, it means that their defense stepped up, because there's no way this offense is going to be able to put up the amount of points that they need to beat this team.
Yeah, and I guess what makes it even more interesting for me is the fact that it's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, if there's any way to give yourself an opportunity and some, inkling of a chance, you got to be at home against this team. And So I look for a good game, but I think Arizona's still gonna pull this out.
I have no faith Chicago. I mean, and Arizona's defense has been playing better and better. Like, and Arizona's been losing to some really good teams as they've been injured, and they've been winning against some good teams when no Kyler Murray or
been out for 4 weeks.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins been out for 3. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, but they lost 1 game.
Yep. Colt McCoy is a stud. No, I'm kidding. It's just like, wow, like this team is not missing a beat right now. They're going to continue to pound away. So I can see the streak being broken this week.
We shall see. But I'm gonna put it up to the test. We'll see if it's 7 for 7. But yeah, we shall see.
All right. Well, Tampa Bay will take on Atlanta in this divisional tilt here. Tampa Bay, another road favorite, -11 going into Mercedes-Benz over there.
Oh, here it goes. This goes the biggest upset of the week right here, which will not be coming in Atlanta. Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, it is. Atlanta doesn't look good against Jacksonville. There's no way Atlanta is going to look good against Tampa Bay. Yeah. Cordell Patterson might have himself a game. It's not going to translate into a win.
I agree with that. And I just, in Matt Ryan, I do not trust. So.
No. Or that Atlanta defense, I do not trust.
Or anything else related to Atlanta. So, moving on.
All right. Chargers are going to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm taking Cincinnati all the way. Yeah. This was the very tough game to pick, but I had to take Cincinnati.
That's same here. We got to go chalk.
All right. Let's just, for the listeners, give them the line on that. -3 Cincinnati at home.
Surprised they only got -3.
Yeah, that is a shocker. They're at home. You're telling me
at least 4 or 5 points on that.
Yeah. If you can get this line, like, you could probably boost this line to like a -6, and I'd be comfortable taking that.
I can see that, because if you really look at if you start to go back and look at the Chargers, the games they have dropped. Not a stretch to be like, oh, I can see them coming in there and upsetting. They could, but probably won't.
But I could also see Cincinnati dropping this game, just coming off of a high of sweeping
That's what I said,
Pittsburgh.
It could, but I just don't think it will.
Yeah,
it could go either way, but yeah, if I have to make a decision,
Minnesota and Detroit are going to take on each other in Detroit at Ford Field there. -7 Minnesota on the road. Just road favorites all the way this week. This is crazy. -7 and yeah, just another divisional tilt, another road favorite. What you got?
I got the Vikes.
All right, we agree.
I think Detroit is definitely due, but that don't mean they're gonna win. So I'm over it at this point. And look, we're going for 60%. Can't be messing around with games like this. So I'm just going to take what seems to be the sure thing here. What was the line on Arizona and Chicago?
Oh, did I not give that? -7.5 Arizona. Did a game get flexed that I did not hear about?
Last week they flexed 3 games. One probably is the one you're talking about now.
Yes. Well, then I will save it then, and we will go to San Francisco, Seattle. No, we won't, because it got moved to a different slot.
At 3:25.
Yeah. What the heck? Why did I not get that notification? Well, then New York is going to be taking on the Miami Dolphins. I think I know where you're going with this. I'm going with Miami. They're a -3.5 favorite at home. Who you got?
Same people.
All right.
Miami. No, just on the record, Miami.
Philadelphia is on the road taking on the New York Jets. They are a -6.5 favorite. Philadelphia is. You get to go first here.
6.5.
-6.5.
I don't like. This is probably the worst one here. I don't like neither team. Philadelphia, I guess.
All right. Well, we agree. It was not a hard decision for me, even with New York getting the win last week and Philadelphia getting the loss last week. Philadelphia is clearly a better team than the Jets, so I'm taking Philadelphia, even on the road.
Philadelphia just lost to the Giants, so what is that really saying?
It's a divisional opponent. There's
Giants.
much more substance there.
no more than the Jets. They're the same damn
It's
team.
Philadelphia.
That's my point about Philadelphia. I don't like neither team. I'm like, I should go for the tie here.
Indianapolis is going to be on the road versus Houston, another road favorite, -9. Indianapolis is. I'm taking Indy.
I have Indianapolis as well.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the midday. Well, which one dropped down? Oh, are there just 4 midday games now? Okay, so yeah, let's move on to the midday window then. And let's start it out with Washington taking on the Vegas Raiders. That is a -2.5 point favorite for Vegas at home. Who you got?
You know what? I'm going out on I'm taking Washington.
I did the same thing. I am taking the Washington football team here. I think that I truly believe in the stat that Vegas is not going to get more than 2 wins after their bye week.
Mm-hmm.
And the wheels just fall off for them. So Washington's been looking better and better. Their defense finally has kind of taken that turn around that corner there to actually look like that defense that we thought they were going to be coming into the season.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like Washington down the stretch here. I think that I already said it, I think they're going to be that team that steals that 7th playoff spot. Might not be a good record, but I think that they will, at the end of it, fall out with that 7th seed, and it's gonna come with games that they win like this.
I can see that. They sneaky good with their run game right now, and how they are definitely establishing their offense through the run, and then Taylor Heineke is becoming the dink and dunk champ down the field. Where I mean, my goodness, and I mean, it's not like he's finding McLaurin right here for 6 and 7 years. No. This is all maybe Carter, and the rest of it is the running backs. And he's taking a Bill Belichick page out, and I'm like, my goodness, man, this dude's become check down Charlie. So I think with that, in Vegas is just I think they're starting to unravel.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, yeah, they're good. Still a tough out. No more than damn near almost half the league at this point. But I just think Washington is going to have a little bit more just for Vegas, and Vegas just I just don't think Vegas has enough firepower going down the rest of the way. And like I said, this is probably as easy
right now.
I've seen that. This is as easy as it's getting for them the rest of the way, and I still don't think they're going to win that.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jacksonville is going to take on the Rams, and if you have anything but the Rams, I'm going to be disappointed at this -13. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the Rams.
All right. Let's not waste any time with that. Baltimore is going to take on Pittsburgh, though. And this is a -4 for Baltimore on the road. I think this is easy.
I don't like the matchup.
Oh, interesting. Do you have the guts? Do you have the gumption to do it? Nope.
Taking
Baltimore it is, and that is chalk. No way.
I wanted to, but I'm like, nah.
I will say Pittsburgh. I guarantee Pittsburgh is going to have a ton more fight than they did against Cincinnati this week.
I'm sure,
but they will not have the talent or the just the skill to be able to match Baltimore in this game.
No, too much. I think Baltimore is going to control it. I can see it being one of these, like Cleveland, like 16-19, 16-13 type games. Like they're very comfortable playing that way for whatever reason, and that's fine. I've come to accept Baltimore as being that team. They don't have to be. They're not going to be flashy. They just look. We're just trying to get the W.
Yeah.
However it looks, fine. With that being said, y'all should have more than enough to beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah. If you don't, man, the most fraudulent #1 seed right now.
Hell to be paid for that. later, but okay.
All right. San Francisco is going to take on the Seattle Seahawks. This is a -3.5. Another road favorite. Jesus Christ. -3.5 points for San Francisco. I'm taking San Francisco on this one.
Minus what?
3.5.
Chalk.
All right. Wow, we are lockstep all the way right now. Now to the game that got flexed: Denver versus Kansas City. Got to scroll. Where'd they go?
Yeah, that's what got flexed. I think they took out.
They dropped San Francisco, Seattle from prime time into the midday window.
They should have.
I mean, I could definitely see that in a primetime window. That's not a bad. I don't think that's a bad matchup.
San Francisco and Seattle.
Yeah.
The way Seattle's playing now, and they just came off of. I mean, they did it before they came off this Monday night. I think it was a good call.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't hate it. I just, if you were gonna flex a game into that
really
slot,
feature them.
I would have
probably moved into a Thursday night game. San Francisco and Seattle.
That's fine, but I would just say if you're trying to flex this window, the Sunday night, I'd pull back the New England Buffalo game into this window, and then drop the Baltimore Pittsburgh game into the Monday night window.
It could.
I think that would have been a better
flex. They never
flex.
flexed the Monday night games.
Well, yeah, but if you're, because I think New England Buffalo is going to be the matchup of the week. And if you're looking to put that at the best time slot, that's Sunday Night Football. So now you got an open vacancy at Monday night, and they're not going to just take any old matchup in like Kansas City, Denver. Give us Baltimore, Pittsburgh. That fits ESPN's like narrative.
Yeah, theirs. I don't care what they do.
Well, I know that they don't, but they do. So they're going to make sure that they get one of the best matchups.
True.
So, and I would. Putting both of those in prime time, I think, would be the best for the NFL anyway.
I'm done with Pittsburgh.
I'm done with them too.
They need to stop showing the nation that team. Really, we need a break from them.
I agree. I'm
Baltimore
just saying
doesn't
that
play that. I understand from a franchise standpoint, but the gameplay.
The game's going to be gritty.
Yeah, I don't want to.
If you want to watch a defensive slugfest, you're going to get it.
Want to watch,
but you're not because you're not going to have TJ Watt for Pittsburgh. So
yeah, I watch Philadelphia and the Jets if I want a defensive slugfest because just by default, just two really.
Hey, you could flex Indy and Houston if you wanted to too.
Right. Look here.
You can take Dallas, New Orleans off of Thursday night, put them at Monday night.
You know, they could have took Tim out of Thursday, and I would have said you could have put Tampa in Atlanta in Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you can get that.
But they're
never
gonna put a team into a Thursday game.
Why would they do that outside of week 1?
But back to what we were talking about, Denver versus Kansas City. Sorry, we completely got sidetracked.
Because you're so down on Denver, that's why you want to take them out so bad.
Well, yeah, they suck. Kansas City though is a -10 favorite at home.
Kansas City blowout. That's great for Sunday night football. What are you talking about? 10.5?
Just 10.
Oh, just 10.
I'm taking Kansas City.
Come on, same show.
All right,
let's move on.
just gotta make sure. And New England Buffalo, game of the week. I do. I'm taking Buffalo -2.5 at home. New England, you've got 6 straight, and you do have to play Buffalo again. Buffalo is they are pissed right now that they are not number 1 in the division.
I already know. For the sake of competition, do I want to go to? For the fans, let's just make it interesting. I'm gonna take New England.
All right,
just for the hell of it, because I could have gone either way, but I was leaning toward Buffalo. I was waiting to see what you said, though. Let's just keep one game on the slate. That's different.
It's all gonna come down to Monday night.
Come down to Monday night. Let's make it interesting. Just to go chalk the whole way.
I'm actually kind of shocked. I thought I kind of went out on a whim on a couple, but
I thought the same thing.
I definitely thought I would have got you with the Washington football team one.
I was on the fence.
Yeah,
I was really on the fence. I almost changed that, but
and I was almost certain you were gonna take the Jets after Philadelphia put up that.
I thought about it too. It was 2 of them. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, man, I don't want to get caught chasing the ghost here. So you can stop bumping me. But yeah, so I'm gonna just take New England. I do still feel good about the pick.
It's not a bad pick at
No,
all.
no,
I'm
no.
actually gonna be worried going into that game.
Right. It wasn't my first choice, but at the same time, if I was
It's not a horrible choice.
not the worst,
It's the best game. It's the best matchup of the week.
Somebody say you got to take New England. Buffalo. All right. Let's see if we can
Had
make
their
7
number for
straight.
the last 20 years.
You know, ain't nothing changed besides Tom Brady. Let's go. So all right. So we it comes down to the Monday night game. So yeah, let's do
This
this.
will be fun to watch. I think this is a better slate than last week, so hopefully we get some good games. We got a lot of road favorites. Let's see if that holds up. I didn't check the against the spread numbers for our degenerates out here, so I apologize. So I don't know if those stats have been holding so far. But we'll come back with a vengeance next week if it isn't. So.
Gotcha.
But that is going to do it for us here. Week 13. We will catch you guys next time, and definitely let us know what you guys think about all the crazy picks, all of the power ranking debacles, and all the movement happening there. And we want to thank you guys for listening.
Yep. Have a good night.